So that leads me to my next question about how we are approaching as Muslims towards the science. We have 57 countries that are Muslim countries today. And in Muslim majority countries, if I would like to say that word, they spend only 0.5% of their GDP on the research and development. And if we compare to the European counterparts, or
10%.
there is 10%, exactly.
At least.
So there is a huge increase in that number. So my curiosity
Okay.
is there any structural changes or
Okay.
is there any mindset?
First,
How can we reverse this trend?
first, let me explain to you why they spend only 0.5%. Okay, let me come back in last couple of 100 years. What the world discovered, electricity, for example, it just does not make dark into the light, but all your household goods, microwave, vacuum cleaner, your stove, everything run on electricity. Now, not only that, electricity is used on big industries. Now the electric cars, electric trains, I mean,
Everything is electric now.
electric. Now look at second advance. For example, transportation. We started with bicycle couple of 100 years. We didn't even have that, only horses and mules. In fact, there is a frolic verse I remember that we have created beautiful animals, horses and mules for you to ride. But there are things to come in future because God knows that people who have intelligence will find
They're
something.
going to innovate something.
Okay. So from bicycle, where we went? Automobile. From automobile, we went to trains. From train, we went to plane. From plane, we are going to space. How much progress just in last 100 years? Is not. I'm not talking about 1,000 years, because the science is progressing so fast that we cannot even track of it. Now, let me give you another one. Communication. Telephone came, make it easier for you to communicate in locally, nationally, internationally. Now with the WhatsApp, you can call anywhere free of charge,
Anywhere in the world.
anywhere in the world. Look at the progress. Now, for example, look, even simple things like GPS. How life becomes so easier. 30, 50 years ago, if I go to Chicago, I have to have a big map and more. Nothing. I just put that, it will take me. Just by hearing it, make me hear you better. Eyeglasses. I mean, you just look at I cannot go. I mean,
Yeah, there are n number of
if I
innovations.
go to artificial intelligence, I will not end this. But I have one question. Did Muslims invent any of these things I mentioned?
Nothing in the modern times that we can recall of. Or even if they have contributed under the umbrella of someone else.
Exactly. None. So that's why, because you don't spend any GDP, you don't. Okay, now let us look at.
Is it a mindset problem that we don't invest in that?
Exactly.
Is it culture
It is.
shift that
Yes,
needs to be
yes,
done?
exactly. That's what I'm trying to. Quran said, focusing on critical thinking and ijtihad, the word ijtihad, you heard that, is essential for developing a scientific mind. We don't use that. We don't use the brain power. Second big thing, there is a word in Quran, takaffur, and I ponder about it. Takaffur simply does not mean just take it what you see. Think about it. That's where your intelligence and critical thinking. And takaffur is used quite often in the Quran. Quran is guiding humans. So believe me, Allah has done everything to help you. We are not taking. That's the biggest part. Now, Muslim countries have money.
Yeah, there is no scarcity of resources.
What they're spending. Some Gulf countries using technology far more than you are using here. You go to Dubai, you'll be amazed how much you think it is technically 100 years advanced than Europe and America.
And it's all imported.
But this is all imported. All imported. They did nothing. Even if these technicians stop, they collapse. So that's what you ask me 5%. That's where the money is going. There is a UN department which says that 90% of the investment they make it is in Western countries, not building the institutions or industries. Nothing. So that's what was happening. So to explain to you, there is the mindset is totally
Yeah. So
different.
is it still the same reasoning that we are blindly following, like the theological sections that are still influencing? Is there the political reasons why the ruling parties or the ruling government still want to keep people subpar
Okay.
in terms of knowledge?
Let me give you the answer for that. You know how many wars China has with Europe and America? It's called drug wars. They wanted to give the drugs to all Chinese. They fought 4 wars. Finally, they're successful. And what they concentrate on? Becoming independent. Muslims are not doing that. They don't even have a single institute which produce good research. Maybe till 19th, 20th century, some Turkish, maybe some Iranians are doing some work. But look up all the Gulf countries, Dubai, Saudi, they are just buying it, and they think they are the most modern in the world, which is correct. But it's only because of they're so 100% dependent on. So this is where the problem comes. Now, one thing is very important. We need to have a integrated system. I think
Yeah,
that will
that
be
was
your
my
next.
next
But
question.
I want to stop it saying that we have a lot of money, but we are buying the technology. We are not producing the technology.
Exactly. I think that's where the
That's why
problem.
your 0.5% come into the. We must spend 10%. Nothing. So I will explain further when you.
Sure.